Hi class, welcome to Module 3, Applying Analysis. In this module, we will be expanding upon the writing notes and will work on laying down the foundation for your eventual critical analysis. I guarantee this will be an exciting week for everybody. But first, I want to commend everybody for doing excellent work on your writing notes. Great job! I was so impressed with the articulation of your keynotes, your personal reactions to the text, your chosen audiences and challenges that you foresee with your critical analysis. So I just commend everybody for doing an excellent job, and I think we are all on the way to writing a very sound academic essay. So kudos to everybody. So now, let's talk about the objectives for this week. The main objectives for applying analysis is to learn the elements of a critical analysis, organize and construct a writing plan for your analysis, and then review analytical strategies. So if you look on this image that I have to the left here, you'll see that there are 4 parts to the writing process. The first part is discover. So you in a way have already achieved that in Module 1, where you discovered the text that you were going to use, you discovered some ideas that you had, and so forth. Now, in the second section, thesis and support, now you could be looking for evidence that you can use to support your thesis. But a thesis statement, if I can make it a simple term, is your stance, where you stand on the analysis of the text. Is it effective or ineffective? And then once you have established your thesis and or stance, then you need to look for support to build up your thesis statement. And then once you've established that, then you need to look at how you're going to organize your evidence, your quotes, your facts, your statistics, or anything that will help to create a succinct picture of what your stance is. And then finally, the last stage of the writing process is to revise. So with revision, you want to make sure that every topic sentence, every piece of evidence will always go back to support and build up the argument within the thesis statement, supporting topic sentences, evidence, and like that. Okay? So moving on, I want to show you this image here. This is an overall picture of what you will be achieving each week and for the entire course. So as you can see on the bottom, step 1, we've already achieved that. Now we are moving on to step 2, which is the writing plan, which is essentially your foundation for your critical analysis essay. So you can see, if you use this image as a guide, it will be helpful to you to make sure that you stay on track, see what's already been accomplished, and what lies ahead. So for this module, we have 3 main tasks. The first one is 3.1 reading. The topics within that is to have a deeper understanding of analysis, literal reading, active reading, and critical analysis. The title is Preparing for Assignment 1, Submission. So in this assignment reading, you will have a greater understanding for stating an opinion, which is in some way an indirect or directly your thesis statement. So you want to be very careful about how you state an opinion. I will talk more about that later. Also, in this reading, you will learn about evidence and having the text as the focus. You want to have your analysis be focused on the content within the reading and not necessarily about the writer, you. And another part of the reading is going to go over the revision as part of writing. Okay, so this reading you can go through it as many times as you want during the week, even as we move on into the course. The second task for this week is the writing plan. And I will be talking more about this in a second, but just the basics of this is the topic, the objective of this is to put all the critical elements together. You can use the reading, preparing for assignment 1 to help you. And the detailing critical elements are the author's claim, key points, your goal, evidence, feedback, and revision. And I would ask that you continue to try to use MLA or APA with this assignment. And this assignment is due by Sunday, the last day of the module. So the final task for this week is the temp check. And this is also a graded task. And this will be a basic review of the Module 3 readings. Note that only 2 attempts are allowed, and the higher of the 2 will be recorded. This will be due Sunday, the last day of the module. So more specifically about the writing plan, a claim, also known as a thesis statement. Your central claim, again, your thesis statement, must be derived from your chosen article. To learn how to craft a central claim thesis statement, you can click on this link. And I will also be including a PDF form or a Word document that I will post in the Blackboard so you can access this link through that. Okay? Key points. What statements in your text will you use to support your central claim? Who is your audience? Who is your listener, your reader? What challenges do you anticipate in supporting your claim with this particular demographic group, and why? And I understand that this was a previous question asked in your writing notes, but it's good to keep checking in with what you are expecting to use your audience for. What do you want? What kind of insights do you want your reader, your audience, to walk away with? So it's always good to keep checking in and to ask these questions on multiple occasions. And your goal. What is the purpose for writing this essay? You can agree or disagree with the author's argument, or you either want to validate it. Is there something that is missing that you think that should have been included? And if so, why? Evidence. Referring back to your initial claim, where would evidence be most effective? A common way to introduce evidence by using quotes from the original text. You would want to use evidence that will further support your claim. And again, this link here where you can see using evidence, this will be available in the Word document in the Blackboard. And lastly, what would be your revision strategy for proofreading or editing an essay? Choose a strategy that works for you while writing this essay. And I also provide here another link. Will Purdue explains more and what steps can be taken in the revision process of writing. So in the end, the key words for the writing plan that you should become familiar with would be the author's claim, author's key points, audience, your goal, evidence, revision, strategy, and feedback. And I just want to make a note here where it says author's claim, author key points. At this point, you are the author, so you are not taking Tan or Braxma's or McFadden's key points. You are making this claim, so at this point, you are the author. Okay, I just want to make that distinction clear. And then lastly, here's just a few reminders for the writing plan. This is something to be aware of as you prepare for your final critical analysis. Your analysis should be written in third person. If you choose to write a personal response, I would save that paragraph for the one before the conclusion. This is the only paragraph that you would be allowed to use first person, okay? All the other paragraphs, the introduction, the conclusion, your body paragraphs that have your topic sentences and evidence, all of those paragraphs have to be in third person. And again, in this final critical analysis, your analysis has to be from your perspective, your evaluation, your assessment of how you thought the writer, the author, Brax, Bontan, McFadden, how did they do in writing their essay, or their text, I should say. Okay? So another option is, or another point I want to make is, selected text should be your main source of reference. It is not required in this course for you to seek out additional outside sources. However, if you feel that you would like to provide something additional that could add more depth to your essay, I welcome it. Okay? So questions to consider. What do you think the author's goal was for writing this piece? This would be analysis questions for you to then expand upon in your body paragraphs. So what do you think the author's goal for writing this piece? Do you agree or disagree? Do you think the author achieved his or her goal? If so, how well did he or she achieve it? Or if not, where did the author miss the mark? What parts of the text were ineffective or effective, and why? Can you find evidence from the text to support your opinion? Remember, your opinion is slightly going to be more your argument, your stance. So you should not be saying, in my opinion. Can you make a personal connection to the text? What from your own life influenced you to draw conclusions from the reading? So for each of these responses for your writing plan, they should be one fully developed paragraph, at least 5 to 8 sentences. So what is to come during this week? I will have further announcements for understanding your audience. I will include announcements for MLA, APA in-text citations, also known as parentheticals. I will have critical thinking questions pertaining to the 3 authors, Braxma, McFadden, and Tan. I will have a writing tip on how to increase your vocabulary, and I will have other discussions or announcements that will be in this way for satire and revision. Is it a necessary step in writing? So, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me via email or phone. There's my email and there is my phone number. So I decided to add on one more image. I hope everybody has a great week, and I look forward to seeing your writing plans. Thank you.